can't think of a better meal to start the year than this seafood rice. Hi, I'm Bruno, and today I'll show you every step to make this Portuguese classic. It's tomatoey, bright, briny, and packed with tender sweet shellfish. It's simply one of the best tasting dishes on earth. Even if you're recovering from last night's party, making this will start your year in style. Let's do it. Before we get cooking, let's set the stage, because nothing says smooth right like having everything prepped and ready. You wouldn't ride a bike for the first time without a helmet, would you? You might crash and hit your head. That actually explains a lot about me. Let's start with the seafood. If you're using shelled prawns, thaw them overnight in the fridge, peel them, and save those shells. They're not trash, they're flavor. Use them to make a stock. I always batch make stock ahead of time and freeze it in 500ml bottle. It's my little kitchen hack for making great food a little easier. It will last you a little over a month in the freezer. But if you're making fresh stock, simmer those prawn shells with water, onion, garlic, and bay leaf for about 2 hours. But today I will use both prawns, ready frozen for the filling and shelled to decorate the pot. But whatever prawn you end up using, season them with salt, garlic paste, and garlic powder. Time to give these prawns some love. For the shelled ones, we're searing them for about 2 to 3 minutes per side until they turn pink and start to caramelize. As for the other prawns, same process, sear, and out they go. This little step adds so much flavor, and trust me, it's worth the extra minute or two. Traditionally in this dish, we use clams, but when I went to the fishmonger, the cockles were so fresh and beautiful, I could not resist, and they're also much more affordable and packed with flavor. Soak them overnight in salted water to get rid of any grit. Change the water a couple of times until it runs clear. No fresh clams or cockles, use mussels. And frozen is perfectly acceptable too. Simple but flavorful. A drizzle of olive oil, medium-high heat, and a quick toss until the shells pop open like they're excited to join the party. About 3-4 minutes, it's all it takes. Once they're open, they're ready. Any that stays stubbornly closed, straight to the bin. As for the crab, I cooked it in boiling water with onion and garlic for 10 minutes. Once it's cooled, I'll pick the meat from the smaller legs and crack open the big claws to top the final dish. And don't forget all this good stuff inside the shell. You can eat nearly everything in the crab. Just don't eat the shell and the lungs. Everything else is yummy food. Mince 1 large onion along with 3 garlic cloves. And finally chop a red bell pepper for sweetness and color. The pepper isn't really traditional, but I love the depth it brings to the dish. For extra flavor, gather all the parsley stems and finely chop them. It will greatly increase the overall freshness of the dish. If you got fresh tomatoes, chop 2 or grab a can of good quality tomato. Use fresh today. This dish deserves it. Let's measure our rice. We're using a Portuguese rice, medium grain. This rice will give us that creamy, almost risotto-like texture we're aiming for. And don't forget the stock. We will place it in a pot and warm it up to use when cooking the rice. Keep your prep simple and organized. Heat olive oil in a large, heavy bottom pot over medium heat. Toss in your diced onions and garlic with a pinch of salt and let them saute on low-medium heat for about 5 minutes until they're soft and fragrant. No need for color here. We're going for sweet and mellow, not charred. Next, add a tomato paste to amp up the depth and richness. Sugar goes in, not to make it sweet, but to balance out the acidity of the tomatoes. Fry it well until everything darkens slightly and start looking like the beginning of something incredible. In goes the garlic paste, garlic powder and onion powder, and cook everything for a minute. Now your red pepper, chopped tomatoes and the parsley stems. Let this mixture cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally until it's thick, rich and jammy. This step builds the foundation of flavor, so take your time with it. Trust me, it's worth it. Drop in a bay leaf for that earthy undertone, and here's one of my secret weapons, fish sauce. Don't worry, it won't make your dish taste fishy, but it'll add this deep, savory umami note that takes everything to another level. I'll pour in the white wine to deglaze the pot, scraping up all those brown bits stuck at the bottom. They're pure flavor. Let it simmer until the liquor reduces, adding a lovely brightness to balance the richness of the seafood and rice. Someone once told me the secret to perfect seafood rice is the wine. They didn't say if it was for the pot or for the cook. Honestly, why not both? This is the moment where all those flavors come together into something magical. It's already smelling amazing. And here's another secret to elevate your rice. Toast the rice in the base before adding the stock. Add it straight to the mixture, stirring well so every grain gets coated in those rich, smoky flavors. Let it fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. You'll hear that satisfying sizzle and start to smell a nutty toasted aroma. That's your cue. And once the rice is toasty, pour in some stock. My stock is a prawn stock. Just enough to cover everything for now. Stir it well, making sure it's all combined. This is the point where you need to season. If you don't, the rice will miss out on that bold, balanced flavor. Bring the mixture to a gentle boil, then reduce the heat to low and let it simmer uncovered. Stir occasionally to prevent sticking, and over the next 15-20 minutes, you'll see the rice soak up all that stock, transforming into a beautiful creamy base. Just keep adding stock during this process, and if it starts to look a little dry, just before the rice is fully cooked, just add a little more stock. We're aiming for creamy, not clumpy or stodgy. And remember, this isn't supposed to be a dry dish. It's got that luscious, almost stew-like consistency. Each time you add stock, give it a taste and adjust the seasoning as needed. With the rice nearly cooked and perfectly creamy, taste for seasoning one final time and adjust until perfect. This will be the last stage to adjust seasoning before adding all the seafood. And now the bay leaf makes its exit. He gets to retire gracefully, unlike me, who still has to finish this dish. Now for the secret weapon, MSG. Just a pinch to amplify all those beautiful flavors. It doesn't overpower it, it just makes everything taste more. It's time to bring the seed to the table. Add the prawns and cockles directly to the pot, nesting them gently into the simmering rice. Any liquid you have from the seafood cooking, toss it into the pot. Yum! And please don't be like me, use a bigger pot. This is ridiculous. And the final touch, crab meat. Gently fold it into the rice, letting its sweet, delicate flavor melt into every bite. The crab will spread throughout the dish and add a fantastic taste on every bite. This right here separates a basic seafood rice from an out-of-this-world experience. And crown the dish with the crab legs and the prawns, arranging them beautiful on top. This is what celebration smells like. This is just a showstopper. We're almost there. To finish, sprinkle some freshly stalked parsley on the top. It's not just for the looks, though it does make this dish camera ready, it also adds a pop of freshness to balance the richness. Add a few lemon wedges around the edges. A quick squeeze of lemon just before you take a bite brightens up the flavors and gives it that final zing. And take a moment, appreciate this masterpiece. This isn't just a meal, it's a celebration in a pot. The rice is creamy, each grain perfectly coated in that flavorful base. The prawns, juicy with just the right bite. Clams and crab add a subtle brininess that ties everything together. This is seafood heaven on every spoonful. Okay, one more bite. Strictly for research purposes. Oh, the sacrifices I make for this channel. This dish is everything I and you wanted it to be. Comforting, indulgent, and just a little over the top. It's exactly how you should start the year. And there you have it, Portuguese seafood rice. A dish that transforms simple ingredients into something special. Either it's New Year's Day, your birthday, or even your wedding. This dish is perfect for every occasion. And if shellfish is not your beach, try this squid dish, another Portuguese classic that will have your guests asking when it's dinner in your house again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you there.